Hello. I am so excited that you can join me in this tutorial. You will not regret every minute of investment that you have made to be a part of this session. So my name is Sophia. I am your business development expert. I have had over 15 years of working with small and medium sized businesses all across Nigeria, and I am happy to have you on here. Welcome. So today I'm going to be talking to you about the customer. I will teach you all that you need to know, the fundamentals and the dynamics of knowing who your customer is and how to get them in. So let's dive right in. Yes, who is your customer? Your customer is someone who buys, makes purchases from you, right? Whether it's the hair you're selling, it is the crayons you're selling. A customer is someone who gives you a legal tender in order to have what you are buying, offers you money in our society today in exchange for what you have for sale. All right. So, talking about the customer, we want to understand who your customer is. And the truth is, for every business, you have a target market. You have people who would buy from you. Now, as a business owner, if you continue to sell to people who do not need your products and service, what happens? They will not buy. So for you to even begin to offer your products for sale, here are a couple of things that you need to consider before you begin to market your products at all. So the first thing you should consider and look out for is the age bracket of your customer. Who is he in terms of age? Is your customer between the ages of 18 to 40 or from 45 to 65? It is important that you know. Why? Because if you are selling baby diaper, for instance, and then you're prospecting to people who are in their mid 40s to probably their mid 60s, of course you know you don't have a market there, because those group of people are not likely to have babies or little children, right? So it's important you find out the age bracket of your target market. And then we go to the occupation. Who are they in terms of means of livelihood? Are they entrepreneurs? Are they basically people who do buy and sell? Are they traders? Or are they 9 to 5 workers? Are they people who work, who also have businesses? It's important that you know that, because if you're selling cuffling, for instance, and you have a target market of people who are basically traders and they don't need to wear long sleeve shirts all the time, what happens? They may not have need for the cufflinks that you sell. So you see the reason why you need to know the occupation, what they do for a living. And then we talk about the income. What is the income bracket? We're not saying you should know exactly how much they earn monthly or yearly, but hey, there are ways to find out the income brackets, the average income that your customer earns. An instance is study who they follow, where they buy from, the things they buy. The things they buy, are they high price products? Are they low price products? Are they average products? These things are important. Where do they live? Do they live in high flown parts of the city, or they live in the suburbs? So when you're able to get these details, it will give you an inkling of how much your customer earns, what their net worth is, if you know what I mean. Because you don't want to sell products and services that are high priced to someone who is a low earner. You're not going to make your sales. It's absolutely necessary that you establish all this. So when you have done your homework in finding out all of this, you go on to find out when you are selling your products and services. I know you want to tell me, of course, I'm a business owner, I have to sell. But there are particular periods, in the season that you can leverage on to make high sales. An example is during the end of the year holidays, when there's usually a holiday at the end of the year, businesses are closing. And then if you're someone who is into fashion, you sell clothes. You know that around this time, a lot of parents, a lot of guardians are looking for places to get good bargains for clothes, for accessories, both for children and for adults. And around this time, at the end of the year, people make they travel a lot. So it is important that you factor in the seasons and the timings, of the calendar, of the year's calendar, when you are bringing out your sales. So around such time, you can do discounts. You can offer buy two buy one, for instance, and you see that your turnover becomes higher at such a time. So now you go on to the how. Now, I am very huge on preemptory conversations. What do I mean? I don't believe you meet your customer today and then you begin to churn out proposals. You begin to tell them, oh, my name is Ene and I sell pots of flower. So what I say you do is have preemptory conversation with your customer. Find out what their needs are, because it does not make sense to begin to send out proposals, send out requests, begin to ask for sale when you have not found out if your products are even suited to what they need. This is very important. You cannot afford to miss preemptory conversations. That is the time that you find out who the clients, the existing clients of your customers are. Because if you're selling hair, for instance, and your customer is currently wearing hair, there are people who are making supplies to your customer. Find out who they are. When you find out who they are, perhaps their sources, where are they getting their wholesale stock from? This could influence how you position yourself to sell at a particular pricing to your customer. And then you find out their purchase history. Do they buy hair once a year? Do they buy hair every 6 monthly? Do they buy hair monthly? It is important you find out. And then you find out if there are lapses. Now, if you're someone who sells hair and there's someone who is already supplying hair to your customer, your prospective customer, what do? Find out if there is a lapse. The person who is, or the people supplying hair to your customer, if they do not have extra advantage, fill in the lapse, in the sense that you can suggest a very good moisturizer for the hair that your customer would use. You can give tutorials such as this to teach them how to treat their hair, how to wash the hair, the best shampoo, the best conditioners to use, and so on and so forth. So when you do that, what have you done? You have given the customer the impression, you have been able to convince your customer that you care about them much more than that sale that you want to offer them. All right. And then we go to relationship management. Now, when you have known who your customer is, you have gotten to find out the period, the best time to give the massive sales, and you know what to do during the preemptory conversation, you know the information to find out, you are sure that your square peg is going to fit into their square hole, what do? How do you sustain them when the customer has come? This is vital. This is key, business owner. It's so key. So in managing relationships is not so different from managing your relationship, your customer relationship. So one of the things I say is focus on your customer. How do you focus? You know that the human mind loves attention. People want to be given attention. People want to be cared for. Every human being wants to be loved on. So what do? Give them focus, give them attention. How do you do that? You can find out about their special days. Some people's special days are their birthdays, some are their marriage anniversaries, some are their graduation dates. Find out these dates, find out what means much to them. So you could do a cake if your budget can afford it. You could do a bulk SMS. You could put a call across. You can visit if it is possible, if they are living within your locality. So it is important that you do that. And then we talk about building trust. How do you build trust? You begin to converse with them. You begin to find out from them what is important beyond when you have sold the hair. How can the hair be cared for? So you begin to give content, you begin to give information that would help them beyond the hair that they have bought. Right? It is important, because when you begin to give such information, you're telling the customer, I care about you. I don't care just about collecting the money that you have to offer me in the sale of the product or service that I've offered you. I care about you, and as you continue to do that, you're building trust. You're building trust. They're beginning to trust you, and the more they trust you, the more they patronize you. That's it. And then you create platforms to engage your customers. Now it's left to you. You have to be creative about it. You need to decide what works best for you. Do you prefer the social media platforms, the traditional media platform, or even physical meetings? Create platforms of engagement, whether it's online, offline. Make sure you interact with them every now and then. This is key. All right. And then, business owner, you look the part. Now, I'm not talking about breaking the bank here. I'm not talking about wearing the designer brands. If you can afford it, why not? I'm talking about simple putting yourself together, being clean, shaving the beard, trimming the hair, whatever you have to do to look clean and put together all the time that you have to liaise and interact with your customer. And now, when you have done the physical put together, beyond the physical outlook, you need to show a pleasant personality. So when you talk with your customer on phone, are they able to hear a smile in your voice? Are you courteous? Do you say thank you? Do you take it for granted that, oh, I'm offering a service, they are paying for it? Why not? You know what I mean? You have to go the extra mile to making sure that you are likable, you are presentable, because you know what? You don't want that customer to buy from you the first time and then don't come back again. What we want is patronage that would continue beyond the first experience, right? So that is it, business owner, and I'm excited that you have stayed with me up until now. So thank you for being a part of this tutorial, and I'm using this opportunity to invite you to my 3-day challenge that is holding this month of June. This challenge is a challenge that is open to business owners such as you, entrepreneurs, 9-to-5 workers who have side hustles, or who even intend to start businesses. What are you coming to do in the 3 days challenge? I'm going to give you practical steps. I'm going to give you projects, things to do that would show you how to bring in your customers and retain them.